For the first time in history, a U.S. president has taken a mugshot. Donald J. Trump. Can you believe it? Well, we shouldn't really be surprised. On this episode, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why I believe that mugshot is great for America. Welcome to Cutting Edge Faith. I'm Ryan Howard. This podcast is here to bring you the truth behind the headlines and to equip your faith so you can navigate the cultural chaos of today. Well, I mentioned that we shouldn't be surprised, and there's 2 ways that you could take that. You could say, well, yeah, because look at all the stuff Trump's done. Of course he's got a mugshot, which I think is a ridiculous thing to say. Or you could say, yep, that's pretty much par for the course. Escalating on the left, pushing all this junk out there, and that's what we see. So that is exactly what I mean. Now, I'm going to give you these 4 reasons, and let's get right into it. The first is that this absolutely backfired on the left. Trump went up in the polls. Now, what actually happened? Well, they took the mugshot on August 24th, 2023, and what did Trump do? He immediately shared it and turned this into a campaign asset. This helped his brand. It absolutely backfired on the left. He went up in the polls when this came out. Now, the left thought, well, this is going to show he's a criminal, and it really just demonstrated the double standard that they have. And so Trump shared this mugshot on Twitter, or formerly Twitter, on X, and this is his first tweet in years, which is just, I don't know, it's just, I think it's pretty incredible. But he posted it along with a little graphic that says, election interference, never surrender, DonaldJTrump.com. And apparently raised millions of dollars off of this. And so that's number 1. It backfired on the left. He actually went up in the polls. Number 2, it shows the double standard. It shows the 2-tiered justice system. Now, we see the ridiculousness of this. It's very superficial, these things that he was indicted for. And I've talked about them on previous episodes. But we see this double standard because look at these other things where you have like Hillary Clinton and these emails, this email scandal that she had as Secretary of State, where she actually deleted emails and had top secret information stored on a private server and actually tried to destroy that private server, did a bleach of it, like tried to wipe it clean on the software and the data, and I think even tried to bust it up with a hammer. So some ridiculous, clear, obvious violations of oaths of office. And, well, what do we have? No justice done there. And so we see this double standard, and that's just one example. There's many others on the left that seem to continue to slide by here. And we have, in the left, I mean also including the establishment of the Republican Party, which really they're not conservatives. They just are rhinos, Republican in name only. And so plenty of them to blame here too. Now, the third one is this exposes what the left will do, what they're willing to do. What did they do? Well, what happened in Ukraine? You know, Zelensky put his political opponents in prison, and probably his puppeteers were the ones leading that. But after he got elected, his opponents in jail. Now, what's that happening? That should be happening in a banana republic, in some ridiculous country with no justice. Well, that's what's happening here. They're trying. Now, they're not actually going to be successful getting him in jail, but this is the road they're trying to go down. They're trying to get him off the ballot, and some states are even talking about not having him on the ballot in 2024. So it's just absurd, but it shows that they're willing to do that. They're going down that road trying to throw political opponents in prison instead of winning it outright because they know they can't win it based on the principles that they're standing for. Now, it also shows that they're willing to change what they stand for. So, like I said, this is number 3. It exposes what the left is willing to do. So what do I mean by changing what they stand for? Well, what did they do? They want strong borders in Ukraine. They have thousands of people coming from Russia into Ukraine. We've got millions of people coming into the U.S. through the southern border, but they don't think we need to have a strong border there. So quite inconsistent. And also owning firearms. You've seen the elite left talking about, well, it's great that they were armed and they could defend themselves over in Ukraine, but what are they doing here? Trying to attack our Second Amendment rights. Now, finally, number 4, this is my favorite. This demonstrates that people do not trust the media and the government. We're getting increasingly skeptical, and with good reason, because many people in the government have shown themselves unreliable to actually protect us and to protect our rights and those sorts of things. In the past, when someone was indicted for anything, they usually went down in the polls, and it was usually their downfall. It's what led to them basically coming out of the public eye, or people no longer being interested or supporting. And there's really not any other examples where the opposite happened, where they actually got more popular and more support. Well, that's what happened here. Trump broke the mold, and here we are getting more support for Trump. It was not the downfall, so it had the opposite effect, which means people are not trusting the media. No matter how hard they are pushing this, they're just not trusting the media. And so that is great. That is great. So what do you think? If you're on YouTube or Rumble, leave a comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on this. Do you think it's great for America? Do you have a different take? Let us know below. And if you are not subscribed, I want to invite you to click below and get my newsletter. You can get signed up. You'll get notified every time a new episode comes out. You can get either the audio or the video. You'll get emailed, and you won't miss a thing. And I'll also send you a free download, my devotional 21 Days to a Spirit-Led Life. Well, thanks for joining. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and if not, you can get the link to that in the show notes. We'll see you in the next episode. God bless.